What is up? Today, like the title suggests, I'm going to be making a techno track using only stock plugins and stock drum samples. The only non-stuck thing that I'm going to use is span, which is just a frequency analyzer. It's not going to change the sound, it's just to analyze the frequencies, and it's free, so you can go to Google it, span by Vox and Go, and you can get it for free. And I have a limiter on the master just to make sure that everything sounds loud for the stream, for the video. I'm at 124 BPM. That's what I'm going to be working around. And the first step that I'm going to do, since this is stock only, is I'm going to go into the drums, get a kick, something like this. I'll probably change it out, but for now, I'm just going to use this. Call this sidechain. That way we're able to sidechain, color it red, or whatever color you want. I like to color it red. We're going to go into the playlist, rename this sidechain. Put it in the playlist. Link it to the first one. I like to dock it to the left. That way it's on this side. And then unlink it from the master. That way the signal's coming through, but it's not. You can't hear it. That way you can use this to sidechain, and then you can put in whatever kick you want. I'll probably change it out because it does matter, like the length of it and the shape of it, but I'll do that once I find the kick that I'm going to use. So yeah, once you have the sidechain set up, then you can just get started with your stock stuff. So I'm just going to look around and try to find a kick. I kind of like the drums mode audio kicks a little better. That's a good kick right there. I kind of like this one. Okay, so I'm going to go into span, and I'm just going to analyze what that's tuned to. I think it's F sharp. Let me look for a different kick. Because these are very full, like for techno, you kind of need a kick that's going to be kind of like here and then down. This is a little too full, and what that does is it creates like a boxiness sound, and then you have to like EQ that, and it's more of a hassle. But again, these is just stock stuff that I'm using, so I'm trying to find a good kick right now that doesn't have that much like fullness to it. That one might work. No, that is super full. I might just have to make a kick. The heck, why isn't it changing? That's weird. What's going on? Okay, this one works. This is under drums mode audio, kicks, house gen kick 23. That's what we're gonna use. If you want to follow along, grab that kick, load it in, and then I'm gonna put it into the sidechain one. That way it's the same. Let me rename that again. What was that tuned to? It's important to know the tuning of your kick. A sharp. Okay. So I think I'm gonna stick to A sharp minor, which is a scale I don't usually use. So to find the scale real quick, go into minor, natural, A sharp minor, boom. These are the notes that you can use. Oh, that's cool. That's easy. So I like to leave it there. I'm going to rename the sample to the key that we're going to be in. Minor. That way, when I come back to this track later on, I know what scale it's in, and I can just keep working on it instead of like spending time trying to figure it out. Okay, so we got the kick, we got the scale. Now we can start building the drum groove. Again, this is I'm just going to be using stock stuff. Sidechain is just a stock way to do sidechain, which I haven't sidechained anything yet, but once I do, I'll show you guys how I do that. So yeah, let's just get into it. I like just looping a little section in the playlist. I really like drums mode audio. They have some good sounds. Ooh, that one has a little bit of reverb in it. This is where the magic happens for samples. Right here in the envelope section, you can do a lot. Also here, and also over here in the delay. So, and here on the filters. So you can do a lot with stock stuff just by manipulating these things. edit the velocities right here. Velocity, it should already be on the velocity by default. And then you can just kind of switch out the sounds. I like that one. What I can do to the kick too is kind of turn it up. Again, on my master, I just have a limiter. It's not limiting anything, but it is giving it some saturation. So the ceiling is all the way up. Saturation is barely turned on, like just barely like that. And what it does is it creates a ceiling, but instead of like limiting it, it saturates it. And then I have the gain turned up a little bit. I think you can see my face. It should be working, yeah. I kind of like that, like clipping sound. Can turn this down a little bit. Maybe shorten it. This too, you can also manipulate this. And the pitch. Let's go into the cymbals. No, the hi-hats. Kind of turn it down. Hey, what up, DJ Paul Green? Hey, there it is. Again, this is just stock stuff. Let's go for a clap. Sounds a little weird, but that's because it's clipping. I'm just gonna turn it down. I need to better open that. why do I put limiter and span? Okay, span is just for me to analyze the frequencies. So it's just for me to see this. I usually have it on the slower mode. And I usually like to have my bass and the hi-hats kind of at a similar level. The highs are usually a little bit lower, just like you see here. And there's usually a dip here for like the melodic elements, you know? So that's why I have span here. I just have it to analyze. It's not changing anything, it's just analyzing. And span, like I said, it's a free plugin. And you can get it. You just Google it, span plugin or span by Voxengo. It's free, super awesome and convenient. The limiter is just so that people that are watching can hear what I'm doing, because sometimes I'll be making music and it's like at 6 decibels or lower sometimes or higher. So I just want you guys to be able to hear it like wherever you're listening to it on. So it also prevents stuff like this like from happening. Like when it goes above 0 decibels, it won't like mess up y'all's speakers or ears or stuff like that. It's not really doing anything, but I do have some saturation on it though with this knob. It's not doing any limiting because I put the ceiling all the way up, so it's practically not doing anything. And then the gain knob is just making it louder. That's it. But usually, like, sometimes I use this when I'm making music, and then I'll turn it off when I'm like done. That way, I'm like, when I mix it and master it, I take that off. But it's good so that you can know what your song's gonna sound like when it's like loud, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that's the reason I have that on there. Again, this is just stock drums, and I'm barely getting started. I'm gonna go into, oh no, my stream's kind of, it's kind of lagging a little bit. I don't know what's been going on with my internet, man. I'm just gonna keep going. I kind of like that kick. Again, this is drums mode audio Foley. is this tune to? C. Alright, I think as far as drums go, that's good. Bro, what is going on? Oh, everything's good. I think. Yeah, you're welcome. No problem. Okay, so as far as drums go, I think that's good for now. I'm gonna insert a citrus, and I'm gonna add a bass line. starting from the kick, boom, all the way here, and this one. Maybe not these. Because I think these are like more bass. This one's good. These two are more bassy, so I'm gonna put these over here. This one has a weird click at the end. You can kind of see it right here. Let's just kind of remove it. You can also just cut it here. And then add the sub over here in the bass section. And then you can go to the sidechain, right click, no, click the sidechain, right click here, sidechain to this track, and you just add a limiter. Then you go, I already have a preset for it. I suggest you make a preset for it because it'll make your life a lot easier. But what you do is you go to compression, you right click here, sidechain, and in order for you to activate it, you have to turn on the compressor and the ratio. And of course the kick has to be playing sidechain. And you can see it sidechaining here, and you can choose how much you want it to sidechain by the ratio and the knee and the threshold. Here you get that pumping effect, but it just depends how much sidechain you want to do to it. That's too much. That's too little. You can kind of hear them clashing. I think that's good right there. Again, I am not doing any mixing. It's just sidechain right now. Maybe a little bit of EQ, but I haven't even EQ'd anything. So right now it's just sidechain. I haven't even leveled anything or nothing. I just like getting the idea out first before I do any mixing and EQing and stuff like that, unless it's absolutely necessary. But it's just about getting the idea out. Don't get stuck like with the details at first, because then you lose it. You lose the creativity. So let's keep going. I'm gonna unmute all these. Let me lower some of this stuff. I'm gonna lower it a little bit because it's clipping. I'm pretty sure y'all can still hear it. Maybe I'll shorten these. It sounds cooler like this. Okay, I'm gonna insert a pad. Go into Citrus again. Fruity parametric EQ now has histogram, so span is less useful. Yeah, I guess so. I personally like span. Like, I like the way it looks. I like the different modes you can do. I like the the metering that you can choose. I like that you can edit the velocity of things. I like that you can do like zoom in. I don't know what I did. I zoomed in and I messed it up. Let me put it again. Yeah, slower. Yeah, I mean, whatever you want to use, doesn't matter. It's all the same. I just personally like span. Also because you can, I don't know if you can do this on the EQ now, but here it'll show you what key it is just by going over it. It'll tell you the frequency and the key. And you can solo stuff like this, which I know you can do now with shift and the EQ. Anyways, let's get back to jamming. Let's go for Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make sure that everything is tuned to the right key, because it sounds like it isn't. You can put span on currency mixer track next to the master so you don't have to put it on each track. Right here. But I'm not putting it on each track. It's just in the master. I'm not putting it like on any of these other ones. But I know what you mean. But I like looking at it on the master, like as the whole of all the sounds, not like specific sounds. But I understand what you mean. I do that sometimes. It just depends on my workflow. So this, just cut off the lows. Cut off the lows. Cut off the lows. Cut off the lows. Do a little bit of leveling. Yeah, so none of that really needs to be tuned. I mean, you can, I guess, if you want to be specific, but usually higher frequencies, you don't need to like tune them all that much. This is the one right here. I'm gonna EQ the subs. I think it's tuned to E, so I might just put it to maybe 2 octaves higher. Is that even the right one? Yeah, it is. I think that's good. I should just leave this detached for now. Put it over here. Is that G? I left it detached, I still took it off. Same thing here. I'm gonna take off the very, very subby stuff. And some of the clickiness from the top. It's a little boxy. another citrus. I like this whistle thing. guys. What I did was I linked the bass. I routed it to a bus where it's gonna have a delay. And I'm gonna do the same thing here before reverb. Color this as well. So you right click, route to this track, not this one, just this one. And then it's gonna sound like this, which is basically both two signals playing at once, so it just makes it louder. But I added an EQ that's gonna take out the low end from it, so it's only gonna be receiving this side. I know that I can use frequency splitter. I haven't played with it as much as I'd want to, but I'm just using the way that I've always been doing it. Eventually I'm gonna use frequency splitter, but that's fine. So yeah, it's only picking up this, and then I can add the delay here. I'm gonna use delay 3. I'm gonna go into the dry signal and turn it off. That way it's only picking up the delay. Maybe put a ping pong, pan it. Gotta take off that. Don't know which ones are the free ones. I mean, these are free right now. I haven't downloaded them, but I should. Let me download it right now. Depending how long it takes. It's going pretty fast. I'm gonna use it just for the sake of you guys. It was, which one was it? This one, right? Yeah. So this one's free right now. Y'all just saw me download it. Y'all can use it. I don't know what's in it. We're gonna explore it. You can use tags here to look for specific things like leads or bass. I'm gonna use leads for now. Interesting. control. So go into controller. I guess I'll use a peak controller. Then I'll go in here, go into blur, link to controller, peak LFO, accept. Go into peak control. Bass can be here. Okay, test it. That sounds so nice. I'm gonna take that sound off. It's a pretty good basis. It's not laid out yet, but this is a good place to start. I think what I'm definitely gonna do is I'm gonna call this part 1, right? And then my next video is gonna be part 2 of me like arranging it. laying it all out and arranging it. And I'll see how far I go on that one. But for now, I think this is where I'm gonna stop. It's just very simple. Again, there's not much mixing going on. There's not much. There's some leveling, some EQing, but as far as like really focusing on the sounds, I haven't done that yet. I have the idea out, which is what's important. It sounds good as far as like the idea, the concept. And then, yeah, next video, I'm gonna work on splitting everything up, arranging it, and then working a little bit more on the details of each sound, maybe more effects. But I'm just gonna work mostly on just arranging it to where I have it at a good length, and then once I have that, then I'll go in details with effects and transitions and build-ups, breakdowns, mix buses, like for example creating a drum bus, a bass bus, a melodic bus, and then what to do in those buses. I'm gonna keep using stock plugins to do that, and then I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that in the next video or in a third part where I master it, also using just stock FL Studio plugins and drum samples and samples. So yeah, one more time so you guys can hear it. I'm gonna start from the very beginning. Just gonna have a couple of things playing. that's it. I'm getting super sleepy. It's already gonna be 6 in the morning. I haven't slept and I'm tired. But I wanted to do something real quick for the boys, you know what I'm saying, for y'all, whoever watches this. So, hope y'all enjoyed it. Stick around for part 2 coming up at some point. Maybe tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Or actually today, technically. Whenever I wake up, I'll probably work on part 2. So, stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. And